All right, so in this part, you are going to match the different types of natural disasters on the right side of the slide to their images on the left. So the images are marked as A, B, C, D, and E, whereas the names of the disasters are given to the right with the serial number 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. So I want you to match the names to the images. And the time for this is 2 minutes, and you're working in pairs to complete this activity. All done? Good job. Now, how much time you have for the activity? 2 minutes. All right, are you working alone or with a pair? Yes, you're working in pairs. Your time starts now. Okay, well done. So what are the answers? So which image is that of an earthquake? Right, so B is earthquake. Thank you, Khalid. And which image is that of a volcanic eruption? A volcanic eruption, that must be, right, C. Yeah, that's right, absolutely. You see that there, a volcano erupting. And which image describes fire? Oh, that's a type of fire, a forest fire in E. Yeah, exactly. That's true. And which one of them describes flood? A flood in D. Yeah, well, maybe you say that because of the water, but that's probably not flood. Yes, exactly. Bandar said it. So it's A, which is flood. And the last one, number 5, is hurricane. Yeah, and actually that's D. Absolutely. So these are the different natural disasters that we are going to use in our lesson today. All right. So the next activity, here in this part, you have some nouns on the left side, and to the right you have the verbs. They are about the natural disasters, but let's do them as verb and noun combination. So, for example, we will do one of them together. So, road is a noun. That is number 1 to the left side of the column. So if you can match it with any of the verbs on the right. So with which verb will road go? Roads erupt, spread, collapse, blow, or flood? Yeah, do roads erupt? Probably no. Spread? Roads don't spread. But there is something that roads do. Yeah, roads flood. Exactly. So roads flood. So when there's a lot of water, because of rains, because of tsunamis, or different other reasons, when there's a lot of water on the roads, we say the roads flood. So I just leave you with the rest of it. Work with the same pair and match the nouns to the left with the verbs on the right. Your time starts now. Okay, now can we do that together now? So I already said road will go with floods, right? That's what we discussed before you started. How about lava? Lava, oh yeah, there's an answer. Very good. Fatima says lava erupts. Well done, that's correct. And what about flames? Flames, what happened to the flames? Yeah, flames spread. Oh yeah, exactly. They do spread. Absolutely. Flames spread. How about buildings? Yeah, buildings collapse. That's right. Buildings collapse. There we go. And finally, strong wind. Strong wind blows. Yeah, does that happen in your city? Yeah, not very often. We don't have any of those things, right? We don't have strong winds and stuff, but sometimes it does, right? But very rarely. Okay, well done. Um, all right. Now, next thing is using the nouns and the verbs as you just combined. I want you to complete a few sentences describing what happens in different types of natural disasters. For example, in earthquake, what happens in earthquakes? In earthquakes, can we say buildings collapse, right? In earthquake, buildings collapse, as we already joined them in the previous activity, right? So we will write here, in earthquakes, buildings collapse. Write that here. I'm just putting this in the chat room because I can't type on the screen. So in earthquakes, buildings collapse. You got it? Now work alone and complete the rest of the sentences and post your answers in the chat room. So what happens in a volcanic eruption? What happens in a hurricane? What happens in floods? Your time starts now. All right. So now can we do it together now? I want an answer to each one of them. So Sarah, right, Ibrahim, in hurricane, in hurricane, um, so strong winds blow. Very good. Yeah. In hurricanes, strong winds blow. Very good. And how about the last one? And that's coming from Bandar. Um, in floods, in floods, yeah, easy, right? In floods, roads flood, right? In floods, roads flood. In other words, there's a lot of water on the roads. Well done. Good job. Okay, so here you are going to read about a natural disaster. And I want you to read it and answer this main question. The question is, which natural disaster is this whole thing about? That's number one. And I also want you to tell me if whose experience is this? Is it the writer's experience or the writer is writing about someone else's experience? You're reading this alone for 3 minutes and then we will come back and discuss it. So your time starts now. Okay, so well done. So I hope you were able to get the answers by now. Before you tell me the answers, I want you to discuss it with a partner. So please discuss your answers with a partner I'm putting you with in the breakout room. So please go to the breakout room with your partner and discuss the answers. All right, welcome back. Well done. So I hope you were able to discuss your answers. So what do you think is the whole text about? Which natural disaster is it about? Oh, okay. So it's about the earthquake. Did you all get the same answer? Yeah. And how was how did you get this answer? Which